Hello, hello, my friends. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is the first ever UJU live tutorial. I'm so happy that you've all come here today, and big shout out to Nicole Boulos, who is in the chat room right now, making sure that everything runs smoothly. She's asking where everybody is checking in from, so be sure to say in the chat where you are joining us from today. Myself, my name is Jenna Lee Mambrou Birch, and I'm joining you from sunny Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. I am a PE teacher here at Carol Morgan School. I've been teaching internationally now for 11 years. This is year 11 I'm going into. I don't know where the time went, but time flies when you're having fun, right? And I have stumbled upon Bitmoji Classrooms. I got excited about it. I started making my own, and as I got more and more excited about it and telling some friends about it, they wanted me to do a tutorial as well. So here we are. I've set this up so we can have a great time discovering how you can make your own Bitmoji Classroom from scratch here today. So I'm pretty pumped to be sharing this with you because it's a lot of fun. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our page, UJU Videos, like this and share it with some friends. There has been some questions in the chat if this is going to be available after the live stream, and the answer is yes. We will be posting this afterwards as well, so you can share it with friends after the fact. But the live stream makes it a little more fun, right? So you can ask questions as we go along, and I'll do my best to answer them as we go. So let's dive right in, shall we? We will go to what is linked in the description of this video is this Google Doc right here, and I can see that some of you are already on it. On here, I've put a bunch of great links to help you out. So if you take a look at this, you'll see our checklist that we're working with that is actually just right below me right here, and that's going to be the process that we're going to take in this live stream video. Also from there, if you scroll to the second page, you're going to see that there are other really awesome links that you can check out. I did include my Bitmoji Classroom, so you can take a look at it there, and that's a work in progress. There's a lot of things that are still not working because there's a lot of things that I still have to figure out myself too, and we'll get there. Also that though, there's some pre-made classrooms that are outstanding. Like some of these are incredible, and I highly suggest that you take a look at these because they're themed. There's all different types of subject area that's included in there. They are fantastic. And I have to give a shout out to Becca, who did the pre-made Bitmoji rooms. They're fantastic. There's a collaborative one, the third one in the list of helpful guides. That's fantastic there. And there's the listing of all the authors there as well. Plus my good friend Juan, he sent me the first one, the Starting the Bitmoji Classroom Google Drive, which is phenomenal. It's very good. Check those out. Great starting point for you. Also, I put in a couple links to free PNGs and fun furniture. Whoa, we got a new subscriber. I heard it. In there, you can get things that you can put in your classroom as links to a lot of different things. So those are really cool. Lastly, a link to what I think would be an awesome start of the year project for many middle school classrooms. And I'm going to talk more about that in a bit. Levi Harbison, fantastic. That is an awesome project that you made there. So if you're a middle school teacher, you should really check that out because it's a great way to build community in that project right there. So let's dive right in. Right on this page and on the description for this video, I've linked the Bitmoji Chrome Extension. All right. So what we're going to have to do is make sure you start with your phone, actually. You're going to want to go and start and find your Bitmoji app, all right? Your Bitmoji app. There, you're going to create you within that app, all right? This is something that you can't do on the computer. You should do it on your phone. And make sure that you have the latest version as well that you download so that it's directly compatible with your Chrome extension. So again, find the Bitmoji app on your phone, either in Google Play or in the App Store, and create your Bitmoji. That should be step one. Now you can start creating your classroom without having a Bitmoji as well because you can add it in later on, but it's fun to have the Bitmoji in there right from the start. Let's look at the Bitmoji Chrome extension, and I've got it open already right here. Now, you're going to download the Bitmoji Chrome Extension right from this page here. Again, linked in the description and on the Google Doc provided, okay? So go here, download it, and put it onto your toolbar. Now that is up here, you're gonna see a little puzzle piece. And there you will find the Bitmoji Chrome Extension once you have downloaded it. From there, you can put it into the rest of your toolbar as you see fit, but it's there. Excuse me, it's there already and ready to go for us to start. All right. So once we have found our Bitmoji, we've created a Bitmoji on the app, we've downloaded the Bitmoji Chrome Extension and added it to our toolbar, we're ready to get started. And we're going to go with checklist 3 right there. Create a blank Google slide and start with a background of our choice. So I'm going to close this. And here I have started a brand new Google slide for us to get going with. Now we've got the title here, the subtitle. Those are not super important. We want to get rid of those. So what you can actually do is you can right click on the first slide, and then we're going to go to change theme. And there should be blank on here somewhere. I think I pressed the wrong one. Add layout, sorry. Add layout, and you're gonna go to blank, okay? From there, it'll get rid of that. You can also click on the title or the subtitle and then press delete, and that actually gets rid of it too. So from here, we are at a blank slate and we are ready to start our classroom. Now, we're gonna go to background first. When you go to background, you're gonna choose an image. Now from here, you got some options. I've seen people who have actually gone to their classroom and taken a picture of it and then use that as their background to their Google Classroom, which is, I think, pretty awesome. Others have used lots of different fields or gyms or music rooms, auditoriums. It's up to you what you want to do with this, but we are going with the basics today. So we're going to Google image search, and you're going to type in there wall and floor background, okay? Wall and floor background. And it's going to give you a list of things. Now this is up to you. You can pick and choose whichever one you see fit. There's tons of them. You can scroll through, find the one that you like. And this one's pretty right here. So we're going to go with that one. Going to insert, and we're done. Good. We've got our wall and our floor in our classroom all ready to go. Now we need to start putting things into it. So typical classroom might have, you know, a whiteboard. So let's go to insert right here. We're going to insert an image, and we're going to search the web. So this is going to come up on the right hand side here, and we're going to search for images. Now what's important when you're picking an image to put into your Google Classroom is that you want it to be a transparent background. That way you can change, or sorry, you can move it around, and it looks like it's a part of the actual room. And in doing that, you want to make sure that you are typing in the words PNG. So we're doing whiteboard PNG. Okay, that's going to make it a high quality image, and it's going to make sure more often than not that the background is transparent. Okay, so let's pick and choose which one we want. There's a couple that are nice. I think, let's see this one. Now, what I did right there is you can click on it and then press insert, or you can actually grab and drop it, and that works too. And there we go. We have our whiteboard. From here, we are going to adjust the size so that it kind of fits the space that you're wanting for it. Another thing that I like to do, especially for something that's probably kind of going to be in the background of your classroom, is to crop it so that if you're adding other images to it, go back. If you're adding other images to it, it's not going to interfere with what you're doing. Okay, it's nice. It'll be in the background there, and then if you're working on something else, you're not going to accidentally click it and drag it out of place, and it can get kind of annoying. So adjust the crop so it's nice and tight in some places. And there we have our whiteboard. Now the neat thing with that too is that we can also add in some text and write on our whiteboard. So what I did there is I went to insert again and text box. and then you draw the frame of your text box onto where you want to write your text. And we want to write it on our whiteboards. So you can say, welcome. Welcome, everyone. And you can adjust everything there. Good. You can change your font. And I like to put in like a font that actually kind of looks like writing. That's kind of fun. And just like in any Word document or anything where you're working with words, I guess, you can adjust the size, the color, and everything to make it the way you would like it to be. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. So welcome everyone. We've got our whiteboard up there and it's ready to go. Now, you know what? This is seeming like it's missing something. It's missing our Bitmoji. So let's go back to our extension that we put here, the Bitmoji. All right, and I'm going to open that up and put it on my toolbar. And it's loading up. There she is. Awesome. So we've got my Bitmoji ready to go. Now, if I want to put her in the room, I can really put any of the different types of Bitmojis that we have on here, but one convenient thing that you can actually search and it matches a lot of what you're going to try and do is write in the word pose. If you type in pose, then it shows you all the different poses that just your Bitmoji will do. So it's kind of like a quick hack in this. Click in pose and then you can look through to see different, stances that your Bitmoji can take. And personally, I like to click on my most common teaching faces. Oh, that one's pretty common while I'm teaching. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. So there's my Bitmoji there. She's looking great. Leaning on the whiteboard. That's kind of funny. All right, so I have her in there. She's there. And there's lots of neat things that we can do now that our Bitmoji is in there and we start adding some furniture. And again, if you revert back to the Google Doc that is in the description, I've added links to lots of different places that you can get furniture to fill your room. All right, now let's add a couple of different things. Let's add a TV. That's kind of fun. Let's put a TV PNG. Let's see what kind of TVs we got here. Can go old school. Oh, let's try this one. No, I don't want that one. This one. There we go. Oh, they look the same. Either way. So we're going to adjust it so it's on here. Now this TV needs something that is going to be on. There we go. So we need a desk. Let's put a desk on here, a teacher's desk. And that's a pretty good one. I like the shadow under that one too. Let's try that. Yes, the Bitmoji is the struggle is real. That is true. All right, so we have our awesome teacher desk there. And I like it when you find things that are in perspective like this, like it looks like it kind of makes the room have some more depth. So I like that kind of thing too. All right, so notice now that I put the TV first and then I put the desk in, but I want the TV on the desk. So I'm gonna have to change the position of some of my items here. So if I go to the TV, I should be able to arrange right here the order. And I want the TV to come to the front. So you put it to bring the front and then, look at that. My TV is now on the desk. Because we all have a giant flat screen TV on our teacher's desk. That's the usual. Now, another thing that's pretty neat that you can do is that you don't just have to have flat images on this. You can actually have animations, you can have GIFs, you can have even videos that you can add into this too. So I'm gonna put in a GIF that I made for one of my videos that are up on our channel right now. And we can add that from just our computer. So let's give that a try. So we're gonna insert image just like we did when we were searching items. But instead of search the web, we're gonna go upload from computer. From there, we're gonna have whatever is on our computer as things to add. So, I got one, did put it here, excellent. I added a GIF from one of my weekly family workouts on here, and it's, woohoo, pretty cool. So we're gonna make that smaller, and we're making it adjust to fit with the TV screen. So it's gonna look like it's on my TV. And get that on there. Almost. Okay, that's pretty good for right now. So there, I have got my little GIF on there. It's moving. And again, you can actually go to Google and search whatever GIF you like. I've seen fish bowls with fish swimming around in them. I've seen all sorts of different things that are moving within people's Bitmoji Classroom. So you can use various types of GIFs that you can search from all over. So on this one right here, now that I have, this GIF to one of my 5-minute workouts, I want to actually link that to one of my actual 5-minute workouts. So we're going to do that by first going and finding the link that we would like to use. And I'm going to go to my page here, our Google channel, our YouTube channel. And let's use this one right here. That's one of my 5-minute workouts. So we're going to click on that, and I'm not going to get it playing. I'm just going to get the link. So up there at the top. And then I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to click on the GIF, and then up here is our insert link button. We're going to click on the insert link, copy paste, and add our link. So now whenever a student is in your classroom and they put their mouse on top of this image, it's going to directly take them to that video right there. So that's cool. That'll be fun for them. Obviously, if anything's moving, then a student is going to want to click on it. So I highly recommend GIFs, but word to the wise, on my Bitmoji Classroom right now, I believe I have 3 GIFs that are already moving, and I have an intention of putting a video into the TV screen that's on there too. But I'm noticing that it slows everything down because it's moving. So I think it might be important to not put too many GIFs, or maybe put like 1 or 2, and then change them out as time goes so that you don't slow down the page itself. Because we don't know that the reliability of the internet that our students are using when they're working with these pages. All right, so obviously there's lots of cool things that we can do. One thing that I like as well is adding sound. So you can record yourself with a different app if you're using, well, there's tons of different ways to record yourself. You can even record yourself with your phone and then put it onto your computer and save it to your Google Drive. So whenever you are putting a video that is straight off your computer, or an audio straight off your computer, you're going to save it first to your Google Drive, and it just makes everything smoother with the transition. Now with this, we're going to add our audio. So we're going to go up to insert again and audio. Now with this, I've got a couple that are already in here. And let's do Hello from UJU. Excellent song. So it's creating the audio track right now. Oh, there it is. So let's just test it out, make sure it works. All right, it's there. So now that's kind of boring just having that little circle. We can change it to other things. So if you right click on the image, it'll give us our menu here, and then we should be able to replace the image. And we can do that with something off of our computer, or we can also search the web. So if we go to search the web for images, something that I like to put in if we're adding music is obviously a boombox. So let's find a nice boom. Oh, first one, hands down, that's the winner. So let's replace the image with our boombox. And it's going to make a mini boombox because that's how big the actual image was when we started, but we can obviously adjust. And again, since it's a PNG, it has no background to it. Oh, that's awesome. Tell me in the chat if you ever had a boombox that looked like this, because this is a phenomenal boombox. I kind of want this. All right, so now we have our boombox, and if a student goes and clicks on the boombox, then they're going to be able to hear your song or the audio that you put in. One good idea that I like with this as well is if we insert an audio, or let's just take this and change this. We'll go back and right click on it again. We're going to replace this image by searching the web, and we are going to go to speech bubble PNG. Let's see here. Perfect. That first one's awesome. Oh, did I drag and drop? What happened there? Here. Oh, there. So we're going to replace my boombox with a speech bubble. Now, notice how I kind of cut the sides off there? I think we can go to crop, and yeah, for whatever reason, when you replace an image, it stays in the same shape as the original image. So you kind of have to go back and play with it to make sure that it fits and is actually the right size. So there's a little tricky thing there. I don't know why it does that, but all right, we're looking better now. Good. Come back here. There. All right, so I have my speech bubble. And this is important because I can save an audio note of something I said or something I say to my students. And then you can put the speech bubble somewhere. And again, if you don't want it to be transparent and you want it to be filled in, there's those options there as well. But you can put in the speech bubble, hey, click me for help. And if the student clicks on the speech bubble, it'll then give instructions on how to do an assignment or what to click on or anything along those lines. So it's really cool and something where the students might like just hearing your voice too. So that's an excellent thing that you can add in as well. And of course, Emilio had one of these boom boxes once upon a time. That warms my heart. All right, so let's say that we're done. Just for the purposes of time, I don't want to keep everybody here all day, but let's say we're done with this and we want to post and we want to put it onto whatever platform we are using for school. Now, first thing that I always like to do, this light is very hot, it's making me sweat. The first thing that I would like to do is go to share, and we're going to fix our sharing options right now first before we go any further. Got it. So I want it not to be restricted. I want it to be open because we don't know what device our students are going to be accessing this with. You know, especially me I have lower elementary, so I know that I'm going to be really leaning on their parents to make sure that they are helping facilitate this with their students. And who knows if they're logged in with a certain email address or not. So it just makes it easier if we're supplying them with very safe and quality content and making sure that everything on here is open for everyone to access. So anyone on the internet with this link can now view. You did that there. And that means that they cannot change any of the settings that are set on our Google slide here. Now, some people, if you are sharing with them an assignment where they have to move things around, then that's on you, and you can definitely set things up differently. What you can do is actually save the document and publish it to the web, and then insert that link onto another slide where they then can move things around. And I'm gonna probably do another Google slide tutorial next week to cover more complicated things with this, but this is just our basic step forward. So we're just doing the easy stuff for right now. So from here, our saves, our sharing settings are set at view only, and that's what you want. But this is how I intend to share this with my classes. I'm going to go to publish to web. So file, scroll down to publish to web. I am not sharing the slide itself within Google Slides. I'm actually sharing this now as a published web page. This is what this is doing. So I'm going to publish this to the web. When you get here, Want to make sure everything is looking the way you want it to look. Okay. Now we only have one slide, so we don't really have to worry about auto advancing the slides or anything like that. But we're going to go to publish. Now, again, if you are building your own website for online teaching and you want to embed the link so it's right into the website and it looks nice and clean, then you can go to embedding here and get all of the script that you need. But we're going to keep this simple and just go to link. So we're going to publish what we've got right now. And yes, I want to publish this. It's going to give you right here the link. So we're going to copy this. Whoop. Copy this and close out of this. Now to test this, you can open another slide or a new tab and paste it just to see what this is going to look like. Give it a second to load. Oh, we're talking about hair. Excellent. There we go. So there's our classroom there. It's looking beautiful and it's all set up. And look, if I test the link, I'll give it a click. Nice. It opens up and it goes directly to where I want it to go. And again, I've got a lot of apps open right now trying to do this live stream, so things are moving a little slow. But yeah, that's working. Okay, good. We'll close that. And we're going to close this as well. All right. Let's minimize this and then let's take on our next step. If we just check back to our Google Doc right now, so far we've customized our room as we saw fit. We added some links to video and audio, and now we set the sharing options to view only and publish to the web. Now we need to create an assignment in either Google Classroom or Seesaw. Again, I didn't put every different type of platform on here. At our school, we are using Google Classroom for upper levels and Seesaw for lower levels. So I am not using Google Classroom for my instruction this year. I don't have that age level, but I did open this up and create a test class just so I could demonstrate how this works a little bit, and just put a couple of little assignments here just to kind of give an idea of things. I did not complete the Google banner, and I've seen some classrooms that have put the banner as their actual classroom so that the banner on their page is interactive. And I'm preparing that for another tutorial probably next week or the following week, so that you can see how to do that as well, which is pretty cool. And if you're feeling adventurous, on the Google Doc right here, I actually put Google Classroom banner size. So if you want to change the dimensions of your slide, you can do that as well, and you can go and give that a try. So that would be on here, and then you would go to File. Come on, here we go. File, and you would go down to Page Setup, and there you can change the size of your screen. You can go to Custom right there and switch it. Okay, so that's, if you're feeling adventurous and you want to go and venture off and try something different, you go right ahead. That's how you do it. So here, let's go back to our Google Classroom here. Now, you're going to want to create an assignment for this to work. So let's see. Where did it go? So this was our Bitmoji Classroom week 1, and I've lost my print. So classwork. Here we go. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I got nervous. So many people watching. All right, so we're going to create an assignment. And this is where you can add in the link here, and you can actually put some sort of evaluation on here as well, which is what I like. So we're going to add a link. And the link is already copied on our clipboard, so all I have to do is paste, and that should bring up the direct link to your Google Classroom. your Bitmoji Google Classroom. So from here, you can add instructions about what they need to find in your classroom. One of them that I'm doing with mine is that I'm putting an Easter egg in my classroom, and then every week they have to find the Easter egg. And it's going to be just hidden in different places for something silly and fun. I'm going to add instructions like find 10 different activities. And so find 10 different activities and tell me about your favorite in the assignment attached. Or if you have vocabulary words that you are working on with the students, you can add them into the description here, tell them to try a different activity, and then use a vocab word to maybe describe how they felt about that activity. There's different types of activities that I plan on doing as well. I have a read out loud already on there. I'm going to be doing some health classes. So maybe I might set it up that they have to do a 5-minute workout as a warm-up, find one core activity that will be the main, meat of the sandwich when it comes to their class, and then they're going to have to give me a journal entry about what they went through. Again, this would be for older students than what I've got, and maybe include a video of them completing the workout as well. And then they can finish it off with one of the mindfulness minutes that are also linked to my classroom. So that would be something that they could do. So Bitmoji, I just call it week 2, and I'm not going to really mess with a whole bunch of this because, again, I'm not even using this platform when we start teaching. So there, it's up, it's posted, and then I would assign classes to it if I was using this class. So really, it's pretty simple when it comes to Google Classroom. And again, you can either create the assignment or you can make it your banner so that your banner is also interactive. Outside of Google Classroom, let's take a look at Seesaw. Now, I've kind of set up my Seesaw, but I've also kind of not, because I don't really know how we are going to be using this for this year just yet. I've heard that some specialists have set up grade levels for their classes, and that's what I've gone ahead and done already. So I teach 3 grade levels, so I created 3 classes, and then I'm going to put all my first graders in one class, all my second graders in one class, and all my third graders in one class. You can also be a co-teacher for classes, and I was that with a couple of classes last school year. But I'm not sure how we are intending to go forward with this year, because they're just rolling it out for all of lower elementary right now. So again, I don't have a lot on here because I'm just kind of waiting to see exactly how we're going to set this up, but I can show you this. So let's pretend that we're going to add this assignment to my first grade PE class. So we are going to assign an activity here, and it's going to take me to my activity library where you can find lots of cool stuff. All right, so let's create a new activity. And I'm going to want to add multimedia. Let's name it first. So Bitmoji Classroom. And we're going to add multimedia. So from here, you can almost click on like any of these, but I like to just go straight to drawing, because then you can play with some of the controls in here and make it look kind of cool. And one plan that I've got is to create like a doorway here, so they go through the door to come into my classroom. And again, I'm planning to do more in-depth description of how to do things in the next tutorial. I wanted to keep this one simple. So one thing that we can do here, as simple as possible, is just to go down here to these 3 dots. And we're going to go to link. And again, our website is already on our clipboard, so we're going to paste it and enter it in. There it is. There it is. All right, so now with this, we can adjust the size of it. But notice that it's just an image. All right. So this is going to be the link over here to this, and it's going to take you to the page. All right, so once you click on this link as a student, then it will take you to your Google Classroom where you can have your interactive assignments. Now, what I want to do when it comes to Seesaw is have it that my classroom is there. They can click on it and then go into the classroom to do all sorts of fun activities, and it gives them a bit of choice and what type of activities they're doing. But then their assignment is going to be back on Seesaw. So you can make their assignment that they can submit a video, they can submit audio, they can draw you a picture, or they can write some sort of journal entry. Again, I teach grade 1, 2, 3, so I'm likely going to ask them to send me a video or an audio of what they felt with the activity. And one thing that I did at the end of last year with our activities was it's pretty basic that we were required to do. It's just really one lesson per week. But I tried to make videos that were really interactive with the kids, and I encouraged them to send videos back to me, and then I would add them to the next week's video so they can see themselves, obviously with parent permission and following all school guidelines. And it ended up being a real big hit. So in my actual Google Bitmoji Classroom that is linked on the doc in the description, you'll see a TV screen. And my plan with that, it was to take some of the videos that are submitted from Seesaw or elsewhere and put them into another video that just kind of loops on that TV screen so that kids can see their entries and their friends' entries back in front of everyone. So sorry, I was just reading a little message on the chat right now that Jill had a little trouble clicking on the virtual locker project. I was noticing actually yesterday as I was clicking through that at certain hours it wasn't working for me too. But when I tried to take the link a couple of hours later, it worked. And it tells me that there's high traffic on that side of things, that a lot of people are interested in what he's doing. And I want to touch on that for a second because I've already got that saved to my Google Drive. So we'll be looking at that in a second because that virtual locker project is outstanding. And Kathy, you can get to the links by going to the description of this video, and there you will see a link to the Google Doc that has all the helpful links there. So where was I? So I'm planning on making a video go on loop in my classroom so that they can see each other and really buy in with that. So that's exactly how I'm planning to assess with this. Again, I got 1, 2, and 3, so I want to keep it simple. I want to keep them doing things that they're looking forward to doing, and I don't want my class to be a burden on their parents either, because in all reality, this is a pretty challenging time. So I want to make sure that this is something they're looking forward to. So let's go back, and I want to look at, I'm going to close out of this just to let my computer breathe a little bit because I feel like it's heating up. Here's some of the classrooms that I've looked at and opened up already that are pretty beautiful, but this is the locker assignment. I made a copy of it already, so I should be able to open this. And again, I did this knowing that there was some trouble opening this document the other day because of so much traffic to it, because it is an outstanding assignment. Again, if you're middle school, make a little note about this because this one is a good one. So this is the What's in Your Locker assignment, and it's still loading right now. I'm going to close out of a couple other things here just to make sure that, again, I've got a lot of apps running, doing the live stream. I love this assignment. This is fantastic. And what I would do with this if I was still teaching older grade levels, because they would have their locker at school and they're not getting the chance to, fill their locker or make a space their own. So let them have a digital locker and fill that with things that are a little bit about them. And then we could have it so that you could share a picture of a hallway of lockers and then put their names of the kids in the class. And so that if they they click on the locker and that name, they could see what's inside of each other's lockers. I think it would be a really great way of getting to know each other. And it's also a great, start of the year assignment. So this is the assignment here. It's in 4 slides. And with this, you would not be able to just post it to the web. Again, this would be older students, so they would kind of know what's going on with this. You would instruct them to make a copy and to make it their own and follow the instructions on the side. Again, this is not mine. This is Levi Harbison, and it is fantastic. So he gave an example with his Bitmoji right here, and it's pretty cool. Pretty straightforward. I love it. and you can just, you know, read up a little bit about him and a little bit about his life, and then he's included the blank, you know, empty lockers for people to fill on their own. So that's the locker assignment that's there. I love it. It's fantastic. If I was teaching older grade levels, 100%, this would be my first assignment of the year because I think it's fantastic. All right. So if we look back at our Google Doc, we have embedded the links into our assignment. We have finished off our checklist for this video, and it's 3:40 right now. So I kind of wanted to make this about a 45-minute video. So at this time, I'm going to open things up in the chat and ask anybody if they've got any questions or suggestions or maybe some ideas to let us know. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and not just, you know, give a chat comment, but go to the actual comment box for this video and let people know who might be looking at this a later time if you enjoyed it or not. And you can tell me if you didn't enjoy it, and I won't be that mad. You can tell me how I can improve, all right? So if anybody has anything that they would like to see more of, or the next time that we go live, what they would like to learn about, by all means, let me know. I know that future videos, I would also like to do an instructional video about effects on iMovie. I use iMovie all the time for my videos for PE classes, and so I was looking to probably do an instructional video on how to use a green screen, how to edit, how to use video effects as well as sound effects. It's so fun to work with. It takes time, but it's really, really fun. And I know that I had a lot of very positive reviews from both parents and kids that enjoyed the videos that we put together. So that's an upcoming tutorial that I'm looking forward to doing. Just quickly reading the chat. How do you get rid of the white background? So if you have an image that you would want to use in your Bitmoji classroom and it has a background that you want to remove, there's actually lots of websites that you can use. So if you go to Google and type like get rid of background on your Google search, some will pop up, and then you can put that image in there and it will help you remove the background. It's like a life hack, really. It's really great for using lots of different things. Again, someone's asking about the classrooms and where do you find it. If you go to the description of this video, there's going to be a link to the Chrome extension as well as to a Google Doc where you can find lots of pre-made Google classrooms. All right, like they are beautiful. They're all themed. They're lovely. Go there, find the link, and like search through, peruse through all the classrooms that are there, because there's some outstanding ones and some beautifully decorated classrooms that you can make your own. So go check it out. Hey, Mindy, I love to hear that. Thank you. That would be awesome if your kids see the videos. They'll love it. So Melissa, if you missed the very beginning, don't worry. This video is actually going to be posted again so that anybody can watch it at any time. So you can check back through to the start. But if you want to start the classroom, you literally just go to Google Slide and create a blank Google Slide document. And from there, you're going to just put a new background in and start decorating your room. Go from there. If you want to start with a classroom that's already set up and just kind of make it your own from there, check out the links in the doc, and there'll be lots for you to see if you scroll through that. Again, peruse. All right, I hear my son has just woken up in the other room. So he's likely going to come out here right now. So I'm going to have to wrap this up really quick. It's a live stream. It's live. So anyways, I'm going to have to stop the stream right away unless you want to meet my 2-year-old. He's lovely. But there's lots of links that you can go and look at in the Google Doc. It's going to be a huge resource for you. And again, we're going to post this video so that you can watch it in its entirety later. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you all the best. I want to see your classrooms as well. So if you're comfortable sharing a link on this video, I would love to see it as well. And I would love to hear about what new things you found. So if you found something cool or a different way of doing something, put a comment in this video below, not just in the chat, but the comment below so everybody can see it and we can all help each other and create some pretty awesome classrooms. All right, my friends, thank you so much for coming. Until next time, hopefully we'll have another tutorial for you guys next week. We'll keep you in the know. Subscribe. See you. Bye.